everyone, this is me in front of the camera for the first time if you're new here. I'm Evelyn Park, I'm a Swiss artist living in Korea, but my actual work doesn't have much to do with Korean illustration projects. I do work on occasional storyboards for music videos, but beyond that I work mostly for international clients. And yeah, I thought I'd show you how my usual week looks. I usually spend mornings answering emails, working in Photoshop, creating sketches for upcoming projects, invoicing, all the things that are kind of annoying to do, but also easy to just finish within a couple of hours if you're concentrating. And I like to not having tasks floating at the back of my mind while painting. So I just need to get them done first. I'm sure if you have ADHD, you can relate. The mornings are also when I have the best light for photography. So this is when I take pictures of finished work, of work in progress pieces. Here are some paintings waiting for their second layer of varnish, some unfinished and finished pieces in there. There's a map I'm working on, I'll show you snippets of that later. All mediums and glazing, extenders and very old acrylic tubes. The rest is really just shelf space. This isn't ideal, but hey, it's been actually working great. Got a really neat lamp now, and I'm currently transferring a lot of files, so there are a bunch of hard disks connected. Here I am working on finishing a board game I've been working on for a client. I'm doing some image assets for the project. Most of it is done in Clip Studio except for the actual lettering and layouting, which I still prefer doing in Photoshop just because of years and years of habit. But I try to just work on it a little bit on days that I have time, as it's a less urgent project. Here's my cat. He's usually hanging out right next to where I'm working. But I have trained him not to jump on my desk. He jumps on me, but he avoids my workspace. What I don't do is... I currently don't have an online shop. I don't ship or sell prints, except for in small quantities or ordered together with commissioned pieces, because I live in South Korea and snail mail isn't yet properly working because of the pandemic. So I had a Patreon, I had an Etsy shop. I closed it all down because shipping became at the minimum $25, which isn't really sustainable for art prints and stickers and small originals. And that's when I kind of shifted. Why do I have these in? I am not listening to anything. Just dang it. Yeah.
afternoons are for concentrated painting. I can't paint all that well at night, no matter how well I set up my desk lamps. So this is my favorite time of the day. Sadly, I can't actually show you what I'm currently working on for clients, so here are some snippets of a personal piece showing the Greek goddess of the night.
Another project started that week, and I needed to do some research, look at the existing art assets, and prepare my notes and ideas. Art direction is something I enjoy a lot, as it also helps me reflect on my own work, and I like the collaborative nature of it. I've done art direction and visual development for a few game projects, as well as working on film productions. So it's something I feel pretty comfortable with by now, even if it was very intimidating in the past. These are just handwritten notes, the written equivalent of thinking out loud. So yeah, this is what I usually do before meetings, just to get my mind in the right place and to not overlook any important details. A fun task is always varnishing. This one illustration was done on canvas, so it already has an isolation coat on it, which is kind of an additional varnish coat, but a non-removable one. It unifies the painting surface, as some acrylic mediums can make parts of the painting glossy or matte. And yeah, the isolation coat has dried, and now it's time for varnish. I currently mostly use a satin varnish because I really like the soft gloss. It unifies the image really well and makes the colors shine, obviously. But I also ordered a matte varnish from the same brand that I hope to test next week once the package arrives. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see. I have a bunch of stuff coming in the mail, so I might do my first haul video here. Look how shiny it is. It will lose a bit of that glossy, wet effect once it dries, but yeah, I think it looks really nice.
I really should paint more. I'm very slow. This is one I finished just now. I do have some snippets of the painting process for you too. Really enjoyed it. I try and finish one personal painting each month, no matter what my client schedule looks like, just so that my portfolio and skills don't stagnate. Ta-da! Ignore how dirty my screen is. Oh, and of course my paints. Rest of those. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it.
Next project. This is something that's been going on for a while. I received this commission for a D&D map months ago, but the client needed time to prep their own map, so it kind of dragged into the new year and then the later months, as I had other projects then that had priority because they'd been scheduled for that particular time. But now that I'm in the watercolor stage, I'm progressing quite quickly. I like to do this in the mornings, so this is one morning session when the light isn't too strong on this table, which is our kitchen dinner table. So yeah, I blocked that for the morning and just painted small creatures. You can see some fun ones. If you're at all familiar with D&D, you can spot a beholder somewhere, and It was honestly a lot of fun adding all of the little details. I think I'll finish this one next week. I just had a couple other projects that had a deadline at the end of June, so yeah, nearly done. Just needs a little bit more detailing on some of the cities and creatures that are spread over the entire map. I was really looking forward to all my painting sessions in the evenings or late afternoons, and I'm really happy that I finished this one. It was a personal practice piece. I had these oval canvases for a while. I got them on a whim when I visited the big art shop in Seoul. Here's another project I can show you just a snippet of. This is also for a tabletop game, and I'm in the line art stage. So yeah, maybe I can show you the finished piece once it's published. I worked on a couple other things that I can't show here. There was a storyboard project that took up 2 days of the week, nearly completely. So that was it. That's my first studio vlog from the ugliest studio to ever grace the screens of YouTube. I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe it gave you an idea what a basic Illustrator week can look like. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye!